Hey, can you tell me some more information about the Fincen BOI ID?
The Fincen BOI, Beneficial Ownership Information ID, refers to a unique identifier issued by the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, Fincen of the United States. It's part of the measures to enhance financial transparency and combat money laundering, terrorist financing, and other illicit financial activities. The BOI ID is associated with the beneficial owners of a legal entity. A beneficial owner is typically an individual who ultimately controls an entity or the person on whose behalf a transaction is being conducted. The BOI ID helps in identifying these individuals and ensuring that financial institutions have adequate information to perform necessary due diligence. By assigning a unique ID to each beneficial owner, Fincen aims to maintain a centralized registry of ownership information. This makes it easier for financial institutions and law enforcement agencies to access and share information efficiently, improving the effectiveness of financial crime investigations and compliance efforts. Is there anything specific you would like to know about the Fincen BOI ID?
Yeah, what are the penalties for not filing for this?
If a person or entity fails to file for the Fincen Beneficial Ownership Information BOI ID or doesn't provide accurate information, there can be significant penalties. These penalties can be both civil and criminal, depending on the nature and severity of the violation. Civil penalties might involve substantial fines. The exact amounts can vary based on the specific circumstances, such as whether the failure to file was found to be willful or negligent. Criminal penalties are more severe and could include even larger fines and possible imprisonment. These are typically imposed in cases where there was a willful attempt to conceal beneficial ownership information or engage in money laundering or other illicit financial activities. The enforcement actions and penalties are meant to ensure compliance and deter entities and individuals from circumventing the regulations designed to enhance financial transparency and prevent financial crimes. It's important for anyone subject to these regulations to understand their obligations and ensure they comply with all reporting and due diligence requirements. Failure to do so can lead to serious legal and financial consequences.
Is it true that you could face up to $500 per day for not filing this form or up to $10,000 and imprisonment?
Yes, it's true that there can be significant penalties for not filing the required forms or for providing false or incomplete information regarding beneficial ownership. While the exact penalties can vary, they can include daily fines and substantial penalties like you mentioned. For instance, failure to report beneficial ownership information can result in a civil penalty of up to $500 per day until the violation is corrected. Moreover, willful violations can lead to more severe consequences, including fines of up to $10,000 and/or imprisonment. It's crucial for entities and individuals required to file these forms to understand the regulations and ensure full compliance to avoid these severe penalties. The intention behind these penalties is to emphasize the importance of transparency in beneficial ownership and to deter and penalize non-compliance and misinformation effectively.
Okay, so in order to file this form, you will go to Fincen, FINCEN.gov/BOI. When you get here, click the first link, click Get Started. If you're going to file this through the mail or paper, go through this process here. But what we're going to do is file it online. For most of you, this will be the first time filing, so you're going to click option A. If you need to make updates or so forth, just click the corresponding options. Click Next. For most of you, if this is the first time filing this form, click Request to receive a Fincen ID. You'll get it at the end with your BOI. So this is your company's legal name. If you have a DBA, enter it in here. If you have multiple DBAs, just click Add. For now, we're going to hit Remove. And if you have your EIN, you'd enter it in here. Scroll down, country, United States, state, Michigan. Your current address. This will be for the business. So if you filed for an LLC before January 1st, click this option. That will be most of you guys. If you filed after January 1st, then don't click that and go through and fill out the rest of the information. Once you have your Fincen ID at the end, if you have multiple LLCs or entities, you'll be able to just add your Fincen ID here, and then you won't need to enter this other information. So we'll come down here. Individual's legal name. Your current address, and if in the future your address changes, please come in and update this form. It's going to be required that you do so. This is where you have to put in your identification information, and you'll have to take a photo of that particular document you choose. So you have the different options. You can do your driver's license, passport. So driver's license, enter that number up here. United States. And then you take a photo, make sure it's all visible, and then you upload the file on here. Then you hit next. You would put in your email address, confirm the email, first name, last name, I agree. You fill out the reCAPTCHA, and that's pretty much it. I will show you exactly what that looks like. So after you hit submit, you'll get this PDF. Definitely save it and print it if you have that option, and then email it to yourself so that way you have a copy. And this will show your BOI. Your Fincen ID will be here. So this is very helpful if you're filing multiple entities. You can just put that information in the document, and then you won't have to keep submitting the information here. You wouldn't have to keep putting in this other information. So that's pretty much how you file for your Fincen BOI. If you have any questions, please let me know.